And I was right. It was about as much fun as holding a bag of charcoal. So there this baby and I sat, uncomfortable and disconnected like two strangers on an elevator. And the baby felt it too. Have you ever seen a baby scowl? Of course not. That's because you like babies. Of course they don't scowl at you. Me? They sense my resentment. I've had a baby look at me with knowing contempt because I didn't treat it with the proper amount of adulation it had become accustomed to. Every photo of me as a kid holding a baby looks like a poster promoting a heavyweight championship fight. I really hate babies. And as an adult, I am fully aware that this may come from me being the baby in the family, no longer getting all the attention, and, if you ask me, but nobody did, giving it to someone who has not really earned it. Couple that with the fact that I probably have some form of attention deficit disorder, which boils down to, if you're not interesting enough to hold my attention, I will render you useless. And let's face it, babies don't hold attention, they hold court. As a kid, I looked at them as takers that offer nothing. They can't sit up, feed themselves, or tell jokes. For creatures with zero skill set, they suck up 100% of the attention. Me, on the other hand, I had skills. I taught myself gymnastics. I did no-handed cartwheels. I knew all the words to aqualung. I could put my whole fist in my mouth, and, on command, I contorted myself from the inside out. And yet, at these parties, I was overlooked for this toothless mass that can't even roll over without barfing. So don't try to toss one on my lap like it's fun. I suppose the difference between baby people and me is that I do not consider smiling while farting holding up your end of the conversation. But I must clarify, it's not always hostility that babies and I felt towards each other. Sometimes our disinterest manifested itself with a bored indifference, like one of those bad internet dates you struggle through and quickly realize that just because he was cute in a picture doesn't mean the two of us are going to make a connection. But whatever the detachment, the bottom line was we were stuck with each other until the random aunt or cousin who dumped the baby on me in the first place finished her brown liquid. My attitude towards babies made it hard for most adults and sometimes even my friends to figure out how to play with me. Whenever we gathered, without fail, they gleefully showed up with at least one baby doll. A baby doll! Now, knowing how I felt about moms and babies, can you imagine how I felt about pretending to be one of them with a fake baby? For fun? A baby doll is a toy that comes with a built-in chore. In fact, that one chore is the only thing it does. You feed it water from a bottle, it pees, you change its diaper, game over. That's not fun. It's an apprenticeship for a job I never wanted. Add to that the accompanying accessories, the baby clothes, the strollers, toy ovens, washing machines, and you basically force me into playing mail-order bride. Hey, Liz, let's play cook and clean and take care of a baby and not get paid. What an inspiring introduction into the endless possibilities life offered girls in 1968. If you're going to make little girls play house, be honest and take it to its natural conclusion. When you're done playing do shit for everyone else, leaving no time for yourself, let's move on to the fun game of now have loveless sex with your husband and drink lots of that brown liquid to drown out the pain. I remember thinking, there must be something fun about this. Everyone thinks it's great but me. Maybe I just didn't give it enough of a chance. So once again, I feebly attempted some kind of doll nurturing. I made a cape with a baby blanket. Or I inserted its bottle in the pee hole and watched the water shoot out the mouth. Look, baby barfs a lot too. No one liked baby barfs a lot. Within 10 minutes of baby barfs a lot, I grew bored, dropped the doll on top of the fake stove and went outside to do cartwheels. This completely set off my friends, and they shrieked as though I had just set a real baby on a hot stove where flames were ablazing. This was normally when I was told, Liz, it's time for you to go home. A lot of moms thought I wasn't good at playing, but that really wasn't true. I just wasn't good at playing house. And as I said, I was good at creating fantasies. I just always came up with scenarios that transported me somewhere else, like Paris or New York City. I didn't really call it a transportation to take myself into an imaginary place that was 40 feet away, like the kitchen at one of my friends' houses. My imagination almost always put me on some kind of stage.